Hello and welcome to St Peter Mancroft, to those of you here in church and those of you watching online. I'm Fiona Haworth, the Associate Priest. This is part of our series reflecting on where we find meaning and purpose. On Fridays, our focus is on our world. Today, I'd like to take you beyond the confines of this fragile earth we call home. Recently, on our morning dog walk in the half-light before dawn, we have been fascinated by a very bright star in the southern skies. We have watched it moving from the east towards the south over a few weeks. It is a large white star, large enough to show clearly in reflection in the waters of the Broad, a point of light on the still dark surface. Some basic research suggests that this might be the planet Venus, which is known as the morning star. The stars have long held a fascination for us. The first time I remember really seeing the night sky free from pollution was from the deck of a passenger ship sailing along the coast of China. There were no lights visible on the shore or out to sea. We seemed to be alone, travelling through the darkness, all our fellow passengers below deck. The sky was a velvety black, pierced by brilliant lights. My view of the Milky Way was absolutely breathtaking. In much of the world, light pollution in cities means that we do not see stars clearly, and it is really good that areas of the UK have been designated dark sky reserves, places where the night sky can be seen in all its majesty. The UK has more of these reserves than any other country, and I am grateful that so close to the city centre we may not have a dark sky reserve, but there is an area in Norwich where we can see the night skies clearly. The next few days will bring another event in the night sky worth looking out for. It is the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, in which the two planets, the largest in our solar system, move into alignment in our night sky. This planetary conjunction has not been seen in our skies for 8 centuries. Look into the evening sky on the 21st of December, and if it is clear, you will see the two planets, separated as they are by millions of miles, form what appears to be a double star. Some astronomers think that this may be the Bethlehem star that the Magi saw, which led them on a journey to find the Christ child, born King of the Jews. We know that the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter occurred in 7 BC, shortly before the birth of Christ. Due to a mix-up in the calendars, Jesus was probably born somewhere between 6 and 2 BC, depending on which sources are consulted. This planetary conjunction is not the most spectacular sight in the night skies, being a brighter star than usual rather than something obviously noticeable like a comet or a shooting star. But to those who had studied the stars, it would be significant in ways that would not be apparent to shepherds who were in their own way familiar with the dark. A musical setting from the Eastern Orthodox Church, a troparion of the Nativity, pays tribute to the Magi. Your birth, O Christ our God, dawned the light of knowledge upon the earth. For by your birth, those who adored stars were taught by a star to worship you, the Sun of Justice. and to know you, orient from on high. O Lord, glory to you. I like the idea that the heavens themselves could be read by those with learning and insight, and could prompt those attentive to what they had to say into making wild, improbable journeys to establish the truth of the message they found there. It takes a great deal of courage to follow wild stars out into the unknown. If you find yourself scanning the evening skies on the 21st of December, looking for the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, a bright Bethlehem star pointing us towards Christmas and the birth of Christ, it might interest you to know that the 21st of December is the day when we look to Christ, the bright morning star. This title comes from the book of Revelation, in which Jesus says of himself, "It is I, Jesus, who sent my angel to you with this testimony for the churches. I am the root and the descendant of David, the bright morning star." This description of Christ as the bright morning star is picked up in the great O antiphons of the church, the refrains sung before and after the Magnificat at Vespers on the 7 days preceding Christmas. The original Latin invites Christ to come as O Oriens, which can be translated variously as rising, the rising sun, east, and morning. Because God is so far beyond our understanding, we build up layers of meaning to help us enter into these profound mysteries. So Christ is the light that dawns in the east, the morning star, the dawn, the sun at its rising. We are most familiar with the O antiphons from the carol O come, Emmanuel, which refers to Christ as the dayspring. O come, thou dayspring from on high, and cheer us by thy drawing nigh. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. It is no accident that the early church chose to place Christmas at this time of year, just after the shortest day, when the hours of daylight are beginning to lengthen with all their promise of warmth and light to come. The seasons speak to us. The rhythms of the earth work on us in ways we scarcely notice now, insulated as we are from their impact by modern life. There is wisdom to be found in reconnecting with nature, in finding the time and space to look at the skies. Who knows? Gazing upwards, we might find an unexpected light that illuminates our lives as we ponder the mysteries of this majestic universe. A poem written by Malcolm Guite, one of a series on the Advent antiphons, carries me back to where I started with my morning dog walk, watching the skies for the day star. O Oriens. First light, and then first lines along the east, to touch and brush a sheen of light on water, as though behind the sky itself they traced the shift and shimmer of another river, flowing unbidden from its hidden source, the dayspring, the eternal primavera. Blake saw it too. Dante and Beatrice are bathing in it now, away upstream. So every trace of light begins a grace in me, a beckoning. The smallest gleam is somehow a beginning and a calling. Sleeper, awake, the darkness was a dream, for you will see the dayspring at your waking. Beyond your long last line, the dawn is breaking. And as a prayer to end, the Advent antiphon for the 21st of December. O morning star, splendor of light eternal and sun of righteousness, come and enlighten those who dwell in darkness and the shadow of death. Amen.